What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, although I'm still a bit croaky, there's One Piece news to talk about, and we need to have a chat about it. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about, but I want to start off with next month's Psycho Jump. Now, Psycho Jump is a magazine that has been pretty good for One Piece fans over the years. And I say over the years, like in a couple of years, the One Piece trading card game has been a thing. Psycho Jump has been very, very cool. Back in the October issue, we got ourselves Crocodile. Back in the August issue, we got ourselves the Marco promo. There's been a bunch, I'm not going to go through all of them. But one thing they've done is they've given us exclusive Don. So in the April issue, we had this Monkey the Garp Don. And then in the May issue, we had the Three Brothers Don, which was pretty gosh darn cool. And then if you go back to May 2023, we had this Yamato Don. And then actually we could go back to April 2023 and we get ourselves the Luffy Don. And the general rule is that when Psycho Jump gives you Don, they give you a set of 5. Now what that means is you either have to find another 5 Don, or you have to buy 2 copies of the magazine in order to get a set of 10 Don. Also, I've made this rant before, I've done a whole video about it, I've mentioned it in other videos, but I need to say it now. The fact that we cannot use Japanese Don in the English version of the game is ridiculous and absurd. In Japan, they're allowed to use English Don. We all know the only thing Don does is it gives an extra 1,000 power on your turn. That's it. That's all Don does. And you don't even need a reference, because if I'm using Japanese Don, you're using English Don. There's your reference. There is no reason we can't use Japanese Don. If it's different card stock, nobody cares. It's in its own deck off to the side. You can stack your Don deck as much as you like. They are 10 functionally identical cards. It doesn't matter what order they come out in. Point is, there's no reason we can't use Japanese Don. We're just not allowed. This is annoying. Well, it turns out there's another set of 5 Don, which is coming in next month's issue of Psycho Jump. It is going to be Tony Chopper. And proper Oda artwork, as we generally expect on these Don, to be honest with you. All the other Don I showed you a minute ago had art directly out of the manga, but that's not important. What's important is it looks cool, and I like it. And you can see at the bottom there, it literally says Don card 5 pieces, which is to say you're going to get 5 copies of the Don. That's cool, right? Buy a magazine, get 5 Don. It's if I remember correctly, it's the 5th time now Psycho Jump have done this. And frankly, I'm waiting for the 10th time they do it, because hopefully by then the rule will have changed. And I'm going to be allowed to play Japanese Don, and I can have one of every Psycho Jump Don in my deck. And that'll be awesome. Although, as a side note, just this morning I went to pre-order this issue of Psycho Jump. Currently out of stock, which is a bit annoying, but it'll come back around. These things always do. I think it's going to be okay. But you may notice on the image here, it's not just Tony Chopper. We've also got Koby. And yes, there is going to be a card included. The little red ribbon there next to Koby's head literally says, included card. So yes, there is going to be. Oh, and actually, my Japanese must be better than I give myself credit for, because that top line in the little box up there in the top right says, this illustration will be used, or this illustration was used, but you know what I mean. This is going to be the artwork. We don't know what the card does. Japanese magazines do this quite a bit, where they essentially show us the artwork, and they're like, look, there's a promo coming, it's going to be this artwork, hang tight. But it's coming out on the 4th of March, so we've got like a month to wait. It's not going to be that long. And you're going to get 5 Chopper Don and a Koby. But this Koby makes me kind of happy, because this is Japan doing what Japan does. Because, of course, this is a promo. I don't think anyone's going to be surprised by this at all. This is very obviously going, oh, there's a Koby leader in OP11. Let's go and give a new toy for Koby. And this is what Japan does a lot. The most recent promo, which has been revealed, is the Shirahoshi promo. That is going to be in the next issue of V-Jump. That one I have got on pre-order. We're good. But that is very clearly a, hey, there's a Shirahoshi leader, let's give a Shirahoshi character to support it. Doesn't have to be the same character as the leader. However, we see Japan do this a lot. Their magazine promos, pretty much inevitably at this point, are specifically designed to back up a specific leader. So, for instance, the Crocodile I showed you a minute ago, it's a cross-skilled card, and it's very clearly there designed for the Buggy leader. At the same time as that happened, we actually got ourselves a Buggy promo. It's actually a really good card that we've not had in English yet because we need it because it's a very good card. But the point is that Buggy promo was released around about the same time. 2 cross-skilled cards being released in magazines, very similar times, to support the cross-skilled leader. Well, we're going to have a similar thing here with Koby. It's going to be a sword character. I feel 100% certain about that. Looks like it's going to be a red character, but it could be black, probably red. And it's going to be sword. It's almost certainly going to be navy as well. And the reason I know it's going to be sword is because it's got the skill whereby your sword characters can attack characters on the turn that they are played. Although, to be fair, the other skill says that if one of your Navy characters with an original power of 7,000 or less would be removed by an opponent's effect, you can instead put 3 cards to the bottom of your deck in any order from your trash. And honestly, because Japan is so deliberate when they do this with the promos, I would actually expect it to be a Navy sword Koby with an original power of 7,000 or less. That is the power written on the card. So yeah, Koby's getting a new trick. And sometimes these magazine promos, like the Buggy especially, do actually turn out to be very, very good. So I'm just saying, if you're in Japan, put it this way, there's a reason I think why this magazine has sold out on the pre-orders so far. People are looking at that Koby leader thinking it could be good, and we don't know what this card does, but we know it's going to support the Koby leader, so yeah, just putting that one out there. What else is going on? Well, the good news is, I told you before about the little figure of Vegapunk. I told you that was coming. Well, I can now show you specifically which magazine it is you need. It is this issue of Weekly Shonen Jump. You can see at the top middle there, it's actually got that image of the Vegapunk. So if you're looking to pre-order this because you want to try and get that figure, that's where you go. It's an awkward one because you basically have to like mail away, and it's in Japan, and it's not the easiest one to figure out, I grant you. But I'm just saying, if anybody wants to, you totally can. Speaking of these figures, another thing that's pretty cool is that the Bonnie figure, which came around a little while ago, that has actually started appearing in people's homes. So, massive shout out here to One_Piece TCG over on Twitter, who's tweeted out these images of the Bonnie card and figure. And I really like it when we get the input, and it seems to be their actual images. And what I really like here is we get a proper look at it in a way you don't when we just see the magazine scans. So you can see the leader there, which is lovely, but then look at the card. They've gone for the EBO2 style here, which is to say it's a quote-unquote regular art card, but it's also foiled. And they've got gold detailing on all of the writing, the leader, the name, your life, your power, all of that is all detailed in gold. These are really stunning looking cards. And look, the Vegapunk is around right now. There's a Marco coming fairly soon as well. So that's another one that you might want to have a think about. Honestly, if you're outside of Japan, now I'm not sure exactly what we're looking at in terms of resale here, but most of the time, you're actually going to be better off just trying to buy these on the secondary market, just because it's a little bit of a pain. But I don't know, you never know what the prices are actually going to be like when they get released, so I'm going to leave it up to you to decide if you actually want to be playing around with that or not. But the point is, the Bonnie has started appearing, the Vegapunk, the pre-orders are going up now. This is pretty exciting. The other thing we're excited about right now is the Shirahoshi. I showed you this the other day, so we don't need to go into great details about it. The magazine, I can't show you the cover for that one yet. It's coming in the newest issue of V-Jump. But there's a Shirahoshi coming, and I personally really like this Shirahoshi. Now, I don't know if Shirahoshi's going to actually end up being any good. That's going to be a question for later. And obviously there's no power because it is Wimpy Hoshi. However, we've got on play, you can play a 5-cost or lower card from your hand, as long as they are Sea King or Fishman Island. And then we've got an activate main that lets you rest this character, and then your Sea King can attack characters on the turn that they're played. I mean, it seems like a pretty good character. It seems like, and this is a gigantic if, but if Shirahoshi ends up being good, I'm just saying, seems like this might be a good character. Seems like this could be a pretty good card. And yet, looking from the UK, US, etc., it seems weird that Japan gets this. They've got a magazine coming with a Koby promo and 5 promo Dom. They've got the Vegapunk leader, which is currently up for pre-order, the Bonnie figure, which has just started arriving in houses, the Shirahoshi coming in next month, V-Jump. It's weird that in Japan you buy a bunch of magazines and get exclusive One Piece TCG stuff. That is not our experience over here. But hey, we're going to get most of this. We should get the promos. We haven't got the figures yet, and I don't think we've got the alternate art leaders that come with them either. So this is a bit weird. Maybe we'll never get them. I don't know. But hey, I show you One Piece TCG news. This is One Piece TCG news, and now it's over to you guys. Obviously, when the Koby is revealed properly, we know what it does. I will show you. For now, get your predictions in the comment section. As always, I'm going to ask you to go nuts, but also ask you to be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at Lawasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.